Hey, Mr. Good, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Okay, so let's get started with our O3. Starting with, what did you do this week to practice self-care, or what are you going to do this weekend to practice self-care?
This weekend, I plan on going to bed. Basically, I'm going to go straight to bed tonight, and I'm waking up whenever my body so wills it. Yes. This daylight savings time threw me all the way
off. I have still not completely
caught up.
I haven't caught up. So, and I'm still like staying up extra late, and it's killing me every morning to get up, and I'm hitting that snooze button more and more this week. So,
me too.
I hope by Monday I will have it together. All right, great. So we just finished up interims. We're still step testing. A lot is happening or has happened. So think about one scholar in either your homeroom or in Miss Randall's class, and I want you to think about a scholar that you want to give a shout out to for any reason. So our value last month was enthusiasm. No, never give up. Our value this month is empathy, or just anything that you saw a scholar that did that was above and beyond that you want to give a shout out for.
Shout out to Kimari. She, in the last couple, we had a conversation a couple of weeks ago just about her, honestly, laziness, not really trying her best, not pushing herself. And the last two tests that we've had, she's made a B and an A, which I think is definitely living in her potential more than what she was doing before.
I'm curious, who came up with the word lazy?
That's the word that I'm using with you.
Okay.
Interestingly enough, I had a similar conversation with Alan Michael's mother about his ability, and she was the one that used the word.
Okay.
Yes.
I was going to say, I would be very careful. If parents are using that word, I mean, they have the right to say what they want, but I would kind of shy away from. That's why I would like to using that word, right? So I like how you said living up to your full potential, or like doing your very best. I like that rather than like just using the word lazy. So just be mindful.
Okay.
All right. So I know we've been testing this week, but I wanted to talk to you about DLB and what throughout the year, because we're coming to an end. What has gone well this year? And there's a lot because I've seen tons of growth. So what has gone well this year?
With DLB specifically in relation to like transitions, or
just one thing that you were proud of from DLB this year?
I feel like it's definitely differentiated. I feel like scholars who need whatever the support is are getting that on their level.
Okay, differentiated. What do you think from today up until the end of the year, which is in probably 8 weeks, 8 to 10 weeks? What is the one thing that you really want to focus on in these next 8 to 10 weeks?
High scholars.
Is it 8 weeks? 10 weeks?
I think it's 9 weeks, actually.
Is it?
I think this week it was making it 10, and the next week it'll be 9 more weeks, I think.
Okay, 8 to 10. We'll go with 9. 8. So in these 9 weeks, what is the one thing that you want to focus on?
High scholars, something to push them, something to keep, something interesting for them to do in that time frame. That's an hour of time. Something to push them, something that they find interesting and enjoyable. That's going to help prepare them even further for 3rd grade.
I'm glad you did say that's not what I was thinking, but I do like that you said that, because that was a conversation that I had with Mr. B this morning about how we definitely spend a lot of time focusing on like getting kids to that 50th percentile or pushing kids, but what about the kids who are already there? How can we support them? So one of the things that I'm going to be working on in the next, 9 weeks? In the next 9 weeks is a plan for those friends, and kind of just experimenting on like different projects they can do in class, book clubs. Maybe we can do some book reports where they present some kind of project, but that is going to be my focus for the next 8 to 10 weeks to help push those kids even further.
And if we, I'm reading a book also just whenever we have time, the one I was telling you about.
What time?
But I was going to say it maybe because they seem to really are enjoying the book, so maybe we could figure out something to tie in, like a project or something for them to do.
I think that'd be fun. One of the things that I definitely see has been going really well for you is I can definitely tell that you're much more comfortable with the material and the delivery of the material. And it's great watching you because even though it's a scripted curriculum, you make it sound so it doesn't sound so scripted. So it's definitely great seeing you more comfortable with delivery. One of the things that I do want to focus on, speaking of delivery, is just tightening up the delivery of your lessons. Just because when the lessons are that much tighter, less time is wasted. You can squeeze more into that hour and make it more, I guess, impactful. Is that a word?
Yeah, it's going to be a word.
Okay, well, you can squeeze more into those lessons. And I think one of the biggest things that I want to focus on is just making sure that you have 100% of kids who are engaged and the kids constantly know what they should be doing and when it's time for them to do it. So the two things that I want us to do, starting with one, I want us to change the seating arrangement. When I was in the other day, you had the kids sitting in 2 rows, one row behind another. And so if they're reading and it's the person who's next to them who goes next and they're going in order, they weren't able to know when it was their turn. So they were constantly turning around trying to check to see whose turn it was. But if they're sitting on the carpet in a half circle, something like this, and you're in the front, then they can easily see who's next, and you can easily see. The other thing I noticed when they were sitting like that, you were sitting in front of the first row, so it was harder for you to see the second row and to actually see who's engaged, who's actually saying it, who's reading those words. So if they're seated like this, you can actually look in their eyes.
And this is on, you mean this is on the carpet?
On the carpet. Okay. You can look at them. You can also use like those nonverbals if someone's not with you, so you don't have to stop and call out a kid's name. You can use a nonverbal. You can do use that proximity and just go stand or sit right in front of them. And then also, given the cue, you can actually see or hear who knows the words and who don't. When there wasn't a cue given, you would say, what's the word? And then 2 kids might say it. 1 kid wouldn't say anything. 1 kid would say the wrong thing. But it was kind of hard to hear.
I'm sorry. This is for DLB. Okay.
When you're doing your mini lesson.
Gotcha.
When you're doing your small group lesson. Yeah. You all right, Miss?
No, when you said it, I was thinking just like when they were on the carpet, like for close reading.
Nope.
This is specific to
this
the DLB.
Is your small DLB group.
Gotcha.
So because, like I said, you're reading a scripted program where they have to read words together using those cues so they know it's their turn. Like I said, what I noticed was the way you were sitting and without a cue, you would say the repeat after me or say the word, and then some kids would say it, some kids wouldn't, some were saying the wrong thing, and it was just kind of hard to hear what was going on. So that's why I said tightening up, using like something so simple as a verbal cue to get everybody together. So what I'm going to do is just really quickly model what that looks like using the Reading Mastery book. So again, my understanding, you read each individual sound and then you read the word together. So have scholars read each individual sound, and then on your cue is when you're going to have them read the word together. So we're going to practice. All right, scholars, we are getting ready. Back up. One of the other things that I wanted us to do is points for engagement as well. Speaking of that 100%. And so just like you do in close reading and throughout the day, have that scoreboard. And so when you're doing the cue, Mr. Good versus let them come up with a creative name. We'll just say
the cool kids.
The cool kids. Love it. Cool kids. I know the cool kids love positive referrals. So to incentivize and really invest them in that 100%, when you give that cue, if everyone's with you, point for them. When you give that cue, if everyone's not with you, point for you. And then just so that they don't feel like, oh no, Mr. Good is winning and it's not impossible, immediately follow up with another opportunity. Okay, try it again. Point for you. Same thing if you're sitting in this semicircle and you see that 100% is on track. What could you do?
Positive referral.
You can, or before you get that positive referral,
or do the points.
Give them a point. Who do you think should win?
Them, obviously.
Definitely want them to win. Right, but giving yourself, why do you think it's important to make sure that you get points on the board yourself?
So that they're motivated to get points. that'll push them to actually try to receive
right.
those points.
So motivated and to hold them accountable. So even if you see one scholar in that group not meeting an expectation, that's a point for you. Because if we say 100%, we mean that 100%. All right. So, all right, scholars, we are getting ready to begin our reading mastery lesson. Now, remember, you guys are working to get more points than me. If you get more points than Miss Brown, positive referral for y'all. If I get more points than you, positive referral for me. Yes, and I will have Mr. Burton read my name during the announcements. So here's how this is going to work. When I point to the sound, you're going to read each sound. And then on my snap, we're all going to read the word together. So let's practice.
Not.
Wait for my snap.
Not. Same. Same. Rod. Rod. Road. Road. Kite. Note. Sam. Kit.
Okay, perfect. Wow, and I heard 100% of scholars saying those sounds, so a point for you. This time I want to do it, but I want to do it a lot quicker. Y'all ready? All right, here we go.
Not. Same. Rod. Road. Note. Kite. Sam.
Perfect. Give your neighbor a high five. High five, neighbor. Point for y'all. How's that sound?
That sounds easy and doable.
Okay, so now your turn. Real quick. Sorry. Okay.
Sorry.
So make sure you intro what we're doing, and then...
All right, friends. We're about to start our next DLB lesson. So as we're doing it, I'm going to be keeping track of points for Mr. Good and points for you all. If you all get through this without having any mistakes, you're going to get a point. If everybody's tracking and paying attention, you'll also earn points. All right, here we go. So, as I point to the word, you're going to sound out each letter sound. And on my snap, you're going to say the word. Thumbs up if you understand. Awesome, hands down. All right, here we go.
Not.
Good job.
Same. Rod.
Just seeing if you're paying attention.
Road. Kite.
Good job.
Note. Sam. Kit.
Good job, friends. 2 points for y'all. Everybody was paying attention. Everybody was involved. Well done, friends. All right, so we're going to try it again. This time we're going to go a little faster, so make sure you're paying attention.
Okay.
We have everybody's eyes?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Rod. Note. Not. Same. Sorry. Same.
There you go.
Sam. Kit. Kite.
Good job. There was one mistake, so Mr. Good's going to get a point, but everybody was still with us, so we'll give you guys a point too.
Okay.
Awesome job, friends.
All right. All right. How'd that feel?
That feels fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty quick, pretty easy. Kids are invested. Let the kids win, Mr. Good.
I will.
I mean, but if they're not if they're not
getting
if you find yourself getting more points than them, what do you think is a solution, or what do you think you could do?
That's a good question. Maybe not be so tough on...
Nope. I wouldn't say lower your expectations, but I would stop the lesson, restate expectations. Okay. Yeah, again, remember, I'm looking for all scholars to be 100% with me. That means your eyes are on the book. You're reading on my cue. This is important because we need you growing your brains. We need you being able to read faster. We want to make you better readers. So this is why this is so important. So just stop and restate the expectations.